Hi guys, this is Dave and you are watching Raabta. Today we have Dr. Geoffrey from Parramatta and Sanjay Deshwal with us. You welcome to the show. Dr. Jeff, you want to say something?
Thank you very much for having me, Dave. It's a great honour to be here and talk to the people right throughout Australia.
Thank you. And Mr. Sanjay.
Thank you, Dave, from the Raabta studio, and it's good to talk to people about the current situation. And then good to see you, Dr. Geoffrey.
Thank you, both of you. Today, the important, everyone have a same one thing to talk to how we can get away from this COVID-19 situation. That we have a vaccination is the next step. We should all get vaccinated. And I came to know you both you are vaccinated, so which is great. Thank you for that. We want to tell everyone that everyone should follow this until we not all the maximum people of getting vaccination. We won't achieve what we want to achieve. So might start with Dr. Geoffrey. You had vaccine, so did you made a choice like you want to get for Pfizer or AstraZeneca? I mean, what did you had in the mind before you get vaccinated?
Well, thank you very much, David, and thank you for the opportunity to talk about this such an important issue. That vaccination for everybody who can take it is so important. And I was vaccinated some time ago, and I chose AstraZeneca. I was in that right category. I did it based upon the health advice, and I think we should also always follow that health advice. But I do note that health advice changes from time to time, and I think that's what's led to a little bit of confusion. And to say that the reality is, until we all get vaccinated, that we'll continue to have these lockdowns, we'll continue to be interrupted in our daily activities, and our quality of life will, and our work will actually decrease. So I appeal to everybody, whether it's AstraZeneca, whether it's Pfizer, it's better to have the vaccine than no vaccine. So for those of you who are under 60, I think the ATAGI recommendations are go and see your doctor, go and talk to them, but a vaccine's better than no vaccine.
That's great. Thank you. And now we'll ask Mr. Sanjay about the same question. Why did you take, like how you get in, which one you take it, and what about your experience?
I think so. That's correct, Dave. Vaccination is the need of the hour. To avoid all these lockdowns and all the spread of this disease, the government is heavily promoting vaccinations. And I found the system actually good. I went to the NSW Health website and made my booking. And I got the Pfizer vaccines done in the interval of the time stipulated by them. And I think so. I feel great. And a lot of people are doing it. All the businesses in Harris Park, I know, they're all either booking it, they've done it, or in the process of doing it.
That's good. And I'll go to my next question to Dr. Geoffrey. That's people really having a lot of conversations on WhatsApp, on social media, or internally when the friends talk about vaccine, they're saying, oh, which one you having, which one you having. So they're thinking it's actually a choice. It's not a health advice. There's a category for AstraZeneca, and there is a category for the Pfizer recommended by the health advice. So what you had it. So do you have any symptoms? Did you feel any, what's after you, how did you feel actually when you had a vaccine?
So after I had the AstraZeneca vaccine, and it was only the day after that I had like mild flu-like symptoms. When you feel like you're getting a cold, you have a bit of an achy body and a bit of a headache, and it cleared up within 24 hours. So I was very happy with not having any serious or any side effects of it. I think it's perfectly safe. Can I say that the risks are very, very low, and in fact, it amazes me why people would not want to get a vaccine when the risk of blood clots is much higher if you get on a long haul flight and go back, go to Bali, go to India, go anywhere in the world. Your risks of having a blood clot are far higher than they are getting a vaccine that could potentially save your life.
Exactly. So that's actually both you answered well. That means it's like vaccine is better than a ventilator. A mask is better than a ventilator, of course. Now we are in today announced another 4 weeks lockdown. Business really are into sad situation, but there are some exemptions. What do you want to say about this current situation today? The 4 weeks lockdown has announced.
Look, it's a really tough situation. The government's trying to make the best decisions it can to stop the spread of the virus.
Yeah.
The reality, the Delta strain is far more contagious, far more deadly than the previous strains of COVID-19. In New South Wales, we're really concerned with the numbers, especially in Greater Sydney, the numbers of people in the community that continue to spread, that aren't in isolation. So until those numbers come down, we'll all be still in isolation and in lockdown situation. And we feel for the businesses, the people that have to stay at home, it's particularly tough. But it doesn't matter how many rules we make, how many health orders we make, it requires the cooperation of all the community, to get vaccinated as soon as you can. If you feel any symptoms, go and get tested as soon as you can and isolate until you have those results back. And once cleared, then you can resume, but be careful, only take one person shopping, exercise, follow the rules. And I think if we all follow the rules together, we'll get out of this situation. It only takes a few naughty ones to do the wrong thing, and all of a sudden it's spread throughout the community, and it does matter, and it does. We see the Pendle Hill cluster, some 50 people turn up, at one wake, a very unfortunate thing, the passing of a loved one. 50 people turn up in direct contradiction of the health orders.
Yeah.
28 of those people are now infected. And that's the reality. And while individuals choose to make those stupid decisions, it will continue. So it's an appeal to the community to say, get vaccinated, but certainly in the meantime, follow those health guidelines so that we all can reduce these lockdowns.
No worries. Thank you, Jeff. And we would encourage everyone to follow the health orders. And if we are in a local council, you've got local MPs that are there to help. You can ring the office and get more information, ask for help if you want to. And now I will ask the question to Sanjay. How did you feel after you had the vaccine?
Dave, I should tell you honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. The New South Wales Health, I got my booking at Liverpool. The amount of staff was there. It was very well managed. Enough parking was there. There were obviously long queues, but I would say the system was a smoothless transition. Even the nurses asked me that, okay, how I'm feeling. And they followed the protocols and they gave us all these things. And they gave some very important information. Like, for example, after your COVID-19, what you feel. They gave us very helpful tips. And the important thing is they also told to get proof of the vaccination. They told us how to get over there, because as Dr. Geoffrey and the ministers and the premier is telling people that, look, vaccination records will be very good for people, for people to move freely or people to travel in the longer terms. Vaccination records will be very important for all of us.
That's right.
I would also suggest there are a large number of students and people on work visas. If they've got any doubts, please feel free to contact Dr. Geoffrey's office, who can tell them or guide them how to have their bookings, or feel free to contact us at LIBA, Little India Harris Park Business Association. We have got the experience. We can at least guide them how to go through, because vaccination is for all, free for all, and it's very well managed.
Thank you.
And right about the after effects, I must tell you, I think so Dr. Geoffrey was lucky. I felt like after one day, little slight feverish, took one Panadol, and yes, next day it was back to normal.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you for the honest feedback. Thank you again, Dr. Geoffrey and Sanjay, for your time.